Boy. This is weird, man. It's been a minute since I've sat and talked to a camera. I'm thinking way too hard about this video. This is my third video. The main first and foremost reason is, oh God, why I haven't been creating much. And other people, this might just help, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, dude. I don't know. Like, I want to make this video, but I don't really know what direction to go. I don't really know how to talk about it. It kind of is like, why am I even saying this? Because, like, who really gives a shit, you know? But I need to just say screw it, and this is it. All right, here we go. All right, this is how I'm going to start this video. I recently got a comment on YouTube from a complete stranger, just somebody that subscribes to my channel, and I would like to share that comment with you. It's been a while since you've uploaded. I hope you don't stop from other challenges in your life, or you're just not feeling it anymore. Very, very helpful life information. I've even written down some of the benefits and symptoms of what chronic alcohol use does, referring to another video I made on my YouTube channel. If at all in life you ever have a challenge or a future video of how you perceive certain things after whatever experience you've had, I bet it would help a lot of people with certain struggles. Your videos are great and extremely helpful. I guess whatever you're doing, keep it going. Joseph Brenton left that comment. Thank you, man. Honestly, I get chills when I read that because it really means a lot to me. Because first and foremost, it shows me that people actually watch my videos and care. Like, you know, it's a weird thing. You make these videos, you sit in an empty room talking to an inanimate object, you're all by yourself, it's quiet, and it just kind of feels silly a little bit. There's just this weird dynamic where I just get in my head and I'm almost like, what am I doing? Like, who gives a shit? Like, why am I making this? Why am I talking? Like, nobody cares. Like, shut up. But, you know, if I post a video and it gets a couple hundred views and it clicks with one single person or it helps one person, then that's really all that matters, and that's what I gotta remind myself. I make these videos for myself, but when I put them out there, the goal is for hopefully them to help other people. So what I wanna share right now is that the reason I've been completely MIA and not on YouTube or not creating or posting like I typically have in the past is my mental health is not great. I would honestly have to say that my mental health has probably hit a point where it's the lowest it's ever been in my entire life. And that's for lots of reasons. I've dealt with anxiety and depression and OCD and ADHD symptoms since I've been in my teens. And, you know, throughout the past 10 years, they've gotten progressively worse. And I started medication and I've been on and off and I've had highs and lows. I feel like that's kind of what we do whenever we go through these mental health issues. We have good days and bad days. But lately I've had more bad days than good. I'm not trying to sit here and say pity me, but, you know, I've been trying to tally my anxiety on a scale from 1 to 10 lately. And there's been a few days recently where it's been at about like an 11. I've been dealing with a lot of intrusive thoughts, you know, headaches, weird feelings, tingly feelings in my head. My jaw gets like really tight. My arms feel tingly and weird. I'll look at my hands sometimes and feel like they're not even attached to my body. Tightness in my chest and short breath, and, you know, feel like I'm having a heart attack. Sometimes I feel like completely just disassociated with my body. Like, I could be having a conversation with somebody and I'm almost like a shell of a person, but I'm over here like watching myself from like the outside in, like I'm not connected with my body. It's just been so weird. I wake up with a pit in my stomach and just get these guilt feelings out of nowhere when I didn't even do anything wrong. It's been a struggle. When I'm going through these feelings or symptoms or whatever, I feel so alone. Like, there's no way anybody else feels this way. There's no way. But there is. 2019, 20, 21, I was posting, creating on YouTube pretty regularly, and I was, you know, kind of getting somewhere. I made that 30 days of no drinking video and it blew up. It's almost at 2 million views right now. Started growing my channel, getting me subscribers. I even made a nice income off that video. And I felt like I was getting somewhere. I made the video about me moving to Myrtle Beach and starting a business with my friend. And long story short, over the course of a year, that business kind of crashed and burned. And I'm not going to talk about the reasons of why, but it threw me for a loop, man, because I had picked up my entire life from Pittsburgh and moved to Myrtle Beach solely to do this business with a friend. And then when I made the decision to step away and it kind of didn't work out, I kind of was just in this limbo state of, shit, now what do I do? You know, I just didn't know what to do, and I started getting pretty depressed and going through a dark stage, and I was trying to create, but it just wasn't working. I was getting stressed out and really overwhelmed, and I was losing sight of that passion of just doing it for fun and doing it because it's what I love. I just really wasn't having a healthy relationship with trying to create, and I was losing motivation and losing drive, and I just didn't find the joy in a lot of things anymore. So I made a decision. I'm gonna just step away and just not worry about that right now. If it's causing me to be overwhelmed, then I don't need it right now. I'm just gonna focus on me and try to make myself better. So I just picked up a job serving in a restaurant. I started becoming closer with friends I made in Myrtle Beach. And at the time, I was on a medication that I had been on for the past 4 years, a couple different medications. And in the past, I'd tried some, not liked them, tried some more, and I found one that kind of worked, but it came with some side effects that I didn't really like. But it was working at the same time. So it was almost like, well, I'll deal with these side effects because it's working, or vice versa. I was going through this like battle of like, which one do you want more? This past summer, I was doing okay, and like I thought, you know what? I've been on this medication long enough. What would it be like if I just tried life without it? If I got off of it, could I make it through my days without taking this medication? So around August, I decided to start weaning myself off, and by the end of August into September, I was completely off of all medication. Now, during this period I was getting off medication, my fiance, Sarah, was offered a job in Charleston, which is where I am now. It was a great job, a great position. It was one of those things where it was like too good to pass up. She only had 48 hours to make a decision, and it was like ultimately, yeah, you have to take it. You know, there's no question here. You have to take this job. So we quickly made this decision and then had to pick up our lives again and move another 2 hours south to Charleston, South Carolina. I was very excited for her. She was able to walk right into this job, and you know, she's making good money and things are great, but I didn't have any of that waiting for me here. I don't have any friends here. I don't know anybody here. I didn't have a job lined up. So I kind of went back into this limbo state of what the flip am I doing with my life? But at the same time, I'm now not on medication. Dealing with a huge move for anybody is stressful and overwhelming, but for somebody that deals with anxiety and depression and ADHD and OCD, it's a little bit more challenging, I would have to say. So throughout the past couple months, my mental health has just been rapidly declining, and I'm just really not in a great headspace. I kind of feel like I've lost sight of my purpose in life and my meaning of what I want to do. I've kind of lost drive and motivation, like I said, to create, to even interact with people. I used to be able to go out and put on this front, and you would be able to have a conversation with me and not think a single thing was wrong. You know, all right, see you, man, have a good day. But deep inside of me, I would be like freaking out, like just almost having a hard time like articulating words or putting sentences together. I mean, I would feel that way, but it almost seemed like nobody else would notice. But I was always able to carry this happy-go-lucky persona, but it seems like even now lately, that's been a challenge. So I've kind of started like distancing myself from going out and doing things. You know, it's really hard to make friends when you're in this mental state. I don't want to just have to go out and fake everything. So it's just like, I'm in a weird situation right now. But as of January 1st of this year, I'm officially on insurance. I didn't mention, but that was another kind of reason I got off my medication too, because I didn't have insurance and I was having a hard time getting it and maintaining being on it, and it was just really stressful. So that was another reason why I decided to get off of it. But now I've done this online teledoc thing. I've seen a therapist twice. As of yesterday, I saw a psychiatrist, and they're going to try to get me on some new medications. And the reason I share this is because when you go through a period, or when you go through situations like this, you feel so alone. I watch videos of other people talking about going through a tough time, and it helps me, and it helps me know that I'm not alone. So if somebody watches this video, maybe I can help them know that you're not alone, and that we're all in this together. You know, it's not easy, it's not fun, but I am hopeful, and I have good belief that, you know, in 2023 I can go from a period of, you know, I honestly, I kind of gotten to a point where I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, just to get from waking up to the end of the day is like a challenge. To like have to just make it through a simple day is a challenge. You know, I've been seeing some things lately. The Twitch, you know, scenario that took the world by storm, it kind of wakes you up a little bit. You know, everybody says check on your friends, check on your loved ones, you know, talk, be open. You know, that's what I recommend people to do. If you're struggling, if you're going through something, do not be afraid to tell somebody about it, to talk about it. You know, that's one positive thing about today is mental health isn't as taboo anymore. You know, it's not such a topic that we have to be scared to share. It's not easy for me to sit here and be vulnerable and share everything that I'm going through. Not everybody has to do that, but even if you just have a close one, a mom, a friend, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you know, be open and talk to them about what's going on. And, you know, people around you will help you, you know. Not everybody's selfish. Like, people will help you, or at least do something, or recommend you to another person that might be able to help you. I believe that things are going to start turning around for me. I believe in you, whoever's watching that might have a struggle that they're going through, that they want to turn around. Message me. I can do what I can, or, you know, or at least just share some insight of things I've gone through and what I've done that helps me. So yeah, that's kind of a brief rundown of why I've been so MIA on YouTube, and kind of even in my personal life. Haven't really felt like myself much lately, but I'm trying to get back to myself, and I'm really hoping that I could do that this year. So if you're still watching, thank you so much, and I really appreciate it, and we will get through this together. So I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.